Yeah, it's just the old plastic on the shoe routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the first day we forgot to take them off, so it's a bit of a process to get it off. So then the next day you figure out, take it off sooner and it doesn't stick as long. Everybody good there?
I think so.
Okay. Check. Kyle, maybe just talk a little bit, if you will, about playing with Mark and Nikolai so far. I know you've done it before, but how do you feel that's going?
Yeah, obviously it's just been camp, but it's been good. I don't think we have too familiarity of playing with each other all together, the three of us. Play with each, Nick and Mark separately. But yeah, I'd be excited to see what we can do and hopefully get our game legs back here in preseason game and kind of build some chemistry.
You had such great symmetry with Pierre-Luc last year. When you came to camp this year, were you expecting that, or was it because of the new coaching staff, an open book on that?
Yeah, not expecting anything coming in, and whatever happens, who you're going to play with. We got a ton of great skilled forwards. If it was with Pierre, great. If not, we have a ton of great players. So I'm excited to play with whoever I get the chance to.
Well, and as we know, what we see right now could change in a couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these are what we're starting with, and just like every year, we got a game plan, and once season starts, we'll see how it goes.
What's been the biggest difference from this camp to others?
Probably just our systems.
Yeah.
Everything's new pretty much. So we try to have scrimmages and practice as much as we can. But once the game situation, and it'll be good for a lot of us who haven't played yet to get in the game and work out those kinks.
For a vet, is it a big adjustment?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, certain situations. Like our neutral zone is probably the biggest change. We used to run that 1-3. Now it's a lot more movement. So it's, a lot more hockey reads, which, I think will benefit us, but it's going to take some time to get used to. I'm sure you'll see some mistakes, but, that's good. We're trying new things, and, once we hammer it away, it'll be a good thing.
What's the process like to sort out those reads that you have to make? How do you learn that?
Yeah, just game experience. Just reps, repetition, getting more familiar with it.
Also, do you perceive yourself as a vet? I heard it in the question. It's like at this point you're probably mid-tier in terms of age, but do you feel that way? Or are you ready to sort of be in that group of players?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What's the season all about for this team, would you say?
What's it all about?
Yeah. Redemption? I mean, what words would you use?
I don't know about redemption, but I've heard it said a couple times that we team with a chip on our shoulder. But yeah, I mean I agree with that. I think we drastically underperformed last year, and we know that this group is a playoff team and can win a couple rounds, and so we know it's in here. We're a confident group, and I think we're just going to push each other every day to try to expect that from each other.
What did you learn from last year's underachievement?
I think nothing's given. We had a streak. I don't think I missed the playoffs since I've been here. You just kind of show up and think it's going to be there, but you got to work hard. Every day presents a new challenge.
After the kind of season that you had, Kyle, from us looking on the outside, it might be, well, how does the guy get better? But I'm sure you're looking at a few ways. So could you share some of that on what's on your to-do list?
Yeah, always. Whether it's on the ice or off the ice, I'm looking to get better. Being a better teammate, helping guys around me get better. That's something I'm going to take a big stride this year. And also on the ice, it's every time I get the puck, I expect to score. So it's there's a lot of situations where I wish I could have had back on the ice. So I'm looking to improve on that. I worked on a ton of different things in the summer. Feel good strength-wise, and so I think overall just take another stride. I think I've done that throughout my career, and it showed.
One step that you did take last year was being part of the penalty killing unit. I'm guessing you'd like to see that continue on into this season as well.
Yeah, it's good. It keeps you more in the flow of the game too. You get a streak of 2 or 3 penalties, kind of in a span of 10 minutes. Not playing in that, so it keeps you in the flow of the game. I think I contribute in that aspect too, and provide a little offense as well.
Thanks, Cal.
Yeah.
Good to be here. Sandberg is going to be here. Check. Dominic, in terms of the preseason, I know some guys need a certain number of games or whatever. So, is it a good thing that you're getting a chance to play back to back to get your rhythm?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's nothing like replicating games throughout the summer, so it's good to get those reps in, get back up to game speed, and just get the mind and hands and legs going again.
In terms of the lineup, it figures to be a different kind of game tonight compared to a couple of nights ago in Edmonton.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a few more veteran guys in the lineup tonight, so hopefully we can get back on track and get a win.
Yeah, and playing in the middle tonight, that kind of the preferred position for you? If you got a chance, would that be the center ice position you'd want to be in?
Yeah, I'm definitely more comfortable there. I mean, I grew up playing center my whole life, so definitely more comfortable there, but I'll go anywhere Coach wants me, so.
How's this camp compare to others?
It's been good so far. Good high pace, good compete. Obviously, we got a bunch of new systems we got to be learning, so we've been implementing that. But it's been really good so far.
What's this season all about for you?
Just keep building off last season. I thought it was a pretty good season last year. Personally, obviously, as a team, we didn't get where we wanted to be. So keep growing personally and as a team.
I'm thinking with you and your bride impending parents, have you been talking to guys like Dylan DeMello and Connor Hellebuck about a new little one in the house?
Yeah, we've been getting some tips and what to do. Gotten a bunch of info on the hospital here and the nurses and all the staff there, and they say they got nothing but great things to say, so we're definitely excited.
Is there one valuable or two valuable tips in particular that have really stood out in you and your wives' minds?
Sleep when you can.
From now on.
Yeah, exactly.
When's she due?
March 15th, yeah.
Got a ways to go.
Yeah, a couple more months, but it'll come quick.
Yes, it will. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Put it on my belt.
Check. Good. Dylan, maybe just talk a little bit about getting into the lineup tonight. I know this has to be particularly exciting to you because last year you were going to get all kinds of preseason action.
Yeah, obviously the outcome of last year was not how I wanted it to go. Only getting one day of training camp, but this year is definitely exciting. Getting in some game action, and I'm looking forward to it.
How important is a game like this or games like these for the guys like yourself who are behind that group of 5 veterans, all vying for a spot on that regular rotation?
It's definitely important. These are the games where you can show the coaching staff what you can do and prove to them that you deserve a chance. So,
with what you were able to accomplish in the games that you saw action in last year in the regular season, where's the confidence meter for you coming into this, say, compared to a year ago?
it feels good. I'm healthy, and that's all I can ask for, and I'm looking forward to getting my chance here. So.
Getting paired with Neil, I guess, must feel pretty comfortable for you, given all the time you spent together in the off season.
Yeah. It's always good to play with somebody that you know and you have chemistry with. I played a few games with him last year at the towards the end of the season, and obviously we're from not far away hometown, so it's good to have a familiar face there.
When you hear Rick Bowness the other day said he wants his D to be active, he said they're coming 24 goals last year. He'd like to see more offense. Is that sort of music to your ears? Does that suit your game?
Well, more goals the better. That's not a bad thing. So, it's definitely a different style of play, but I'm looking forward to learning it and looking forward to being more part of the offense.
From what you've seen from the systems work so far, individually, how's that coming along for you?
Good. Yeah, it's different. With the new coaching staff, they got new systems, so it'll take some time to learn. But I'm excited for it.
I know you don't want to show your all the cards, but is there one thing in particular that you've been working on to get a little bit more comfortable with it?
As far as
the systems, yeah.
Systems, okay. Just making sure you're paying attention, asking questions. Watching video, let alone multiple times, just to make sure you get it ingrained in your head.
Is it reasonable that some of that might come instinctively as early as tonight against Ottawa?
There's going to be nerves and stuff, and it happens to the best of us on the first game of the season. But once you dial in and start focusing on the systems, I think it'll go well.
As Kelly mentioned, the blue line is crowded. How do you keep from feeling the odds are slim?
You just got to think positive, I guess, and kind of goes back to last year, and we had the same thing last year. D line was slim, and if you play well enough, you'll get your opportunity.
What was the highlight of your offseason?
Probably the fishing with the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Caught lots of fish. We were catching with our 4 boats there, probably 300 or 400 fish a boat, like in 4 or 5 hours a day. So
Commercial.
it's pretty good. Yeah. It kind of ruined the fishing everywhere else for me, but it was a really awesome experience.
Did you and Perfetti outdo the alumni that were there, or were you and Cole just having your own personal competition?
We had our own little personal competition. He ended up leaving one day earlier than I did, and I ended up catching the bigger fish the day he wasn't there. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
Let the stories begin.
Yeah.
You're from northern Minnesota, though. Aren't the odds stacked in your favor versus a southern Ontario guy like Cole?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he liked fishing before. He didn't really get into it a lot, but I kind of showed him some ice fishing last year, brought him along with Helly, and he loved it ever since then. So I like to think that I got him into it.
Right on.
Appreciate it. How's everyone today? Couldn't be better. How are you? Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
Voice is a little recovered.
Yeah, it's coming. That's why I said to the guys when I got bad news for you. My voice is back.
Rick, I know when we'd spoken to you just before the Edmonton game, you were thinking maybe the first 2 lineups would be more youth-oriented. Looks like it's a little bit of a heavier lineup tonight, veteran-wise.
It is. We're trying to. We got to get guys in games, and there's only 6 games. We're going to Montreal. That'll probably be a younger lineup again, but we've got to get some veterans in the game now, and we want to get when we get down to those last 3 games, you'll see more of probably what the lineup could look like on opening night. We've got to get through these 3 games, try to get everybody in as much as we can, and then when we get down that last week, then yeah, we gotta bear down a little bit more in line combinations.
So from that basis, then, if I'm a young guy, if I'm going to show something tonight and I'm in the lineup, tonight's the night?
Tonight's the night, or if you're lucky, again, a kid like Malin, and he played really well in Edmonton, so we're giving him another look. So if you're going to get a chance, grab it, and because if there's only so many games, and it's different when you play 8 exhibition games. You can be a little more patient, and we're coming off of a season where clearly we missed the playoffs. We only have 6. We got to get down to our numbers as soon as we can.
I was going to ask you about Saku, Rick. I know you haven't seen much of him yet, but he's an interesting guy in that he was in the NHL and then he went over to Europe for a few years. What is it? He's got the size, obviously, that kind of stands out. But what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a good skater, good skills, so he can move out there. We're going to use him as a penalty killer tonight. So the more we watch him, the more we like. So it probably helped them go back in Europe. Sometimes they come over early and they don't feel comfortable. They go back home for a while and then they're anxious to get back here. So again, was he scheduled to play tonight? No. Did he have but he played really well in Edmonton. Well, we liked what we saw. Now, his minutes were low because he didn't kill penalties or power play. So tonight we're going to try to bump up his minutes and get him on the penalty kill.
How important is it for him to play on the left side too? Like, he seemed to be more of a natural offside right winger, but he says he can play all 3 and wherever you need him. But how important is it for you to see that versatility?
Well, I talked to him about that this morning. He is more comfortable on the left side. But if you have a chance to play in the National Hockey League and the coach says you may have to play right wing, figure it out as quick as you can. So, but again, he can play. He played right side last game and didn't look out of place at all. I know that he's more comfortable on the left side, and we'll try to get that. But again, if you're going to make our team and your versatility helps, then it's a good thing for you.
AC Mont, is that kind of a double reward for him, both in terms of playing again, and also he was working with that number 1 power play unit?
Yeah, well, I don't know who's number 1 yet. Do you?
Well, kind of figured with the personnel.
You'll
but,
figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll see. Good one. Again, he played really well. I talked to him again this morning. We liked his game. He hustled and works, and he's patient with the puck. You watch him in the O-zone, he gets it, he doesn't throw it away. He's trying to look to make plays, and he's stronger than he's not the biggest guy, but he's strong. He has good balance on his feet, so we liked his game, so he gets another look.
You did it a little bit this morning, but I'm just curious, you start camp off, obviously a lot of focus on 5-on-5. When do you kind of start to dabble a little bit more into that special team side of it?
Like today was the first day we really got into it, but after the game here against Edmonton Saturday night, we'll have 3 days of practice before the next game. We're going to really focus then on 3-on-3, 4-on-4, face-offs, 6-on-5, 5-on-6, and then when we go to Banff for 3 days, we'll focus that again. So we've got 6 days planned that we're going to put a lot of time into specialty teams, and so again, we're implementing different things. We got to get that down first, but we also have to improve our specialty teams, and they're going to get a lot of work once we get by these 3 games.
I don't know how well you knew Kyle Connor before coming here, but what's jumped out at you?
Wow, just, I was watching him in the shooting drills. He just knows he's got an unreal release for starters, and he knows where to put the puck. It's a hard save for the goalie. It's not up here where he can do this, and it's not on the ice where he can kick it out. It's about that far off, which is a tough save for a goalie. And again, his release is incredibly quick, and it's accurate, and it's in the right spot. So he's a goal scorers know where to put the puck, when to put the puck there, and he has that knack without a doubt. I'm very impressed with that release.
A couple of us were talking earlier how when he first came here, he had almost nothing to say. He was almost shy and nervous. He's really developed that way too. Do you see some leadership there now? Or?
I don't know him well enough to answer the leadership part. All I can tell you is that he's a veteran. He's proves he's a good star in this league. Should give you a little confidence, a little more confidence than normal. But very impressed with him, and his numbers last year were very impressive. So, yep.
Morgan Barron going to join the non-playing?
He's going to skate with the group today in a red. So no contact, but he is going to skate with us today, and well, again, it's day-to-day with him now.
You're from Halifax. Friends and family that are dealing with some things there?
No, actually, the power at my house is going back on tonight, I think. We lost a couple of trees, a branch, a fence blew down, but no damage to the house. The dock survived somehow. I don't know how, because my neighbors just got all crumpled up. But no, power was really the biggest thing that we lost, but no damage to homes or properties. Again, I lost a couple of trees and a fence, but that's we'll take that.
Yeah, how was everybody's psyche as it was approaching? It seemed
Yeah, they were uncertain. We've been through a couple over the last 10 years, so you never know. But I saw some clips of downtown Halifax, a lot of big trees cut down, man, oh man, a lot of damage that way. My neighbor actually at the lake, he had a huge tree, and it fell, and it must have come within inches of his shed, his garage, so he got lucky there. But so, hey, no fatalities. That's the best news we can have. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Have a good day.